Hey everyone, my name is Marty. I'm joined by Tom Francis. Tom, it's good to have you here.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Tom, people may know your work from Gunpoint, which came out a few years ago. I reviewed it. I loved it a lot. This is your new game. This is Heat Signature.
Yeah.
This looks different than Gunpoint. We're in space. We're not in buildings infiltrating.
You're quite a keen observer.
Yes, right. So what do we have here? What's the sort of top level gist of Heat Signature?
It's a kind of, I guess you could call it a roguelike, in that it's a game where each time you start the game, it's going to be different. You are in an infinite galaxy with populated by randomly generated ships. So this one here is, uniquely generated. It's got those thrusters and the turrets and stuff on it are all, randomly placed. And if I'm in this tiny pod, which is like just a one-man like shuttle, and its special thing it can do, it can't attack, can't fire missiles or anything, but it can dock with other ships.
Oh man.
And then once you dock to the airlock, you go inside, and now you can sneak through the corridors.
Okay, this is super cool.
And try and take out
the sense of scale from the opening shot where you zoomed out all the way to this right now where you're a little dude crawling around the ship is pretty impressive.
Excellent.
Was that sort of what the one of the ideas at the beginning is to have this sort of different layers?
It's funny, I didn't really think of it as a scale thing. For me, it was just about like making these ships feel real as they're zooming around. You know, they look like just lumps of metal, but being able to go inside and finding out that there's people inside and seeing all these different subsystems of the ship all doing different things. Each of these little red things is it's a fuel barrel that's plugged into a thruster.
Okay.
And so I can go up to those and I can blow them up, and that'll take out the whole room.
Oh, nice.
So
is everyone you encounter hostile? Well, you're definitely hostile. You just killed a guy with a wrench.
Yeah, they are. You have broken into their ship in the middle of flight, so when they see you, they are alarmed, to say the least.
So there's no every ship you come across is going to be sort of like an enemy ship or a combatant ship.
Yes. Well, you're going to be. Eventually, there'll be factions. Right now, every ship is just kind of its own entity unto itself, and they're all just flying around the galaxy randomly. But one of the next things I will do is fill the galaxy with space stations, and each space station will be owned by different factions, and those factions will hire you to do missions against the other faction.
Gotcha.
So I would normally be here to actually do some particular thing. As it happens, there'll always be ships just going around everywhere, and I've just boarded a random one, and I'm doing that just because I might want to steal some loot.
Oh, man.
Up there, that's an upgrade for my pod, which will make me cool down faster, which is kind of good for stealth.
Yeah.
If I just smack this guy.
Oh, God. So what kind of a character? Like, are you a smuggler?
Oh,
are you a rogue? What is happening?
There we go. I just added that today. If you get shot now, it goes into slow-mo
Okay, I like
automatically.
that.
The idea is you have like some kind of stim thing. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're good. And now, because I've taken out the captain, I can get in his seat, and now I'm steering the whole ship.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So I might just attack another ship, because I can also fire its missiles.
Yeah. Okay, so
no, I can't fire its missiles. Oh, because I fired, and the people who were manning the turrets heard me. I killed all the gunners.
Wait, so how do you... I mean, how could you... Like, do you gather a crew?
No, the idea is that if you manage to take over the captain's seat stealthily, and the gunners didn't hear you, they don't know that it's not the captain telling them to fire.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's some kind of like electronic system for issuing those orders.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could just walk back. Oh, let me go and get this upgrade quickly. And then I could walk back to where I docked, but since I've got a gun and since I've got these thrusters, I could also just blow up a thruster and get sucked out into space.
That is the best. Oh,
and so
I mean, this is the end of you.
I'm actually okay. I'm firing my gun right now, and it's a lot more powerful than I expected. So you're in space, so if you fire a gun, you get knocked back in the...
It's actually okay is much different than my definition of that. It's actually okay. Your guy's just floating in space.
Yep. And
wait, can you actually make it back?
I can remote control my pod, so you have the remote control for it.
Nice.
And if I go close enough, actually, you should be able to see him using the remote control.
That is
awesome.
So
he's operating on his wrist. And now the HUD element for highlighting you is a bit rough.
That's okay. That's super awesome. So just to give sort of a people at home watching it, it seems like the on-foot controls are sort of like Hotline Miami. You're using WASD and the mouse, sort of quick and frantic. And
yeah, originally I had this like grand idea that I would have a mouse-driven control for being inside the ships, and you'd click to where you want to move and right-click to fire and stuff. And to me, I was doing that kind of for accessibility reasons. I wanted people to be able to play even if they weren't familiar with WASD controls. But every playtester to a man reaches for WASD as soon as they board a ship. It's just the most intuitive thing in the world for them that's how you control it.
Totally.
And eventually I realized, like, why am I fighting this? Why don't I just have it controlled the same way
might as well do it.
I play most games and they play most games?
I like the sort of peaceful ambient nature of not only the music but the sort of like the gas clouds you're going by.
Yeah, those are. I think we got a bunch now, but originally our artist John Roberts just did like 2 sprites for those, and then in code we scale them and color them dynamically and layer them on top of each other.
Okay.
And it creates like I keep finding new combinations. I'm like, wow, look at that!
Yeah.
Like, weird purple and brown things.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so my mission here is to hijack this ship, and that means I've actually got to.
So in theory,
take out the captain at some point. Oh shit!
Oh, no.
Shit! Okay. So when you get shot, you don't die immediately. You're just kind of bleeding out.
Yeah.
And they don't want you aboard your ship, stinking up the place.
So they're just gonna kick you out.
They just kick you out of the airlock.
I love that.
And then you're conscious enough that you can still remote control your ship, so you can go and like fetch yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. There's a pass out countdown. Which life
Yeah.
are they passing out?
I used to say freezing to death, and then I think someone corrected me that you don't freeze to death. You would always suffocate before you freeze to death. Or
they've never been to space. They don't know.
Also, lots of people think that you explode if you're exposed to the vacuum, but that's not true. You depressurize, and
you're myth-busting.
that would like rupture your lungs possibly and cause you breathing problems. But it wouldn't actually make you.
I feel like cartoons have lied to me. I feel like in cartoons, when you went out into space, you exploded.
Yeah, it's just like okay, ooh shit, okay. That was a heat sensor.
Well, that was.
And what happened there was I used my thrusters in the heat sensor, and therefore it detected me. And
oh, gotcha. It detected your heat signature.
Yes, you could say that.
One could say.
So do you want to try?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll wrap up this part of the Let's Play, but we're gonna have a lot more in heat signature. Do you have a release window-ish in mind?
No, I've learned from Gunpoint that you shouldn't predict these things. You
Totally.
should, until it's done, there's no point in trying to guess when it will be done.
Exactly. It'll be done when it's done. PC now, have you given any thought to other platforms?
That's another thing I've learned not to announce ahead of time.
Totally.
So see Windows for now, and we'll see.
For sure.
About
You're just focused on making a rad game and getting it out there.
Yeah, and it's because it's so randomly generated, and there's no fixed like number of levels I have to make or some particular story I have to write. I can pretty much just decide when it's done. I can just keep making it until it feels really cool, and then decide, okay, today it's done.
Perfect. Yeah, that's super cool.
Whereas like Gunpoint, I had these 20 levels that I had to make.
Each one was kind of bespoke, and you had to actually create it all.
Exactly. So it's nicer in that way.
Well, that's fantastic. This is Heat Signature. We're gonna have a lot more on Heat Signature and everything else, indie games and GDC, leading throughout the week. So for everything on all these things, you're already in the right place. IGN.com.